Good morning, student. In the last class, we were talking about fiber to fabric. In the last class, we have talked about animal fibers and various kind of animal from which we obtain wool, and how and ways to obtain processing of getting wool, rearing and breeding of sheep. We have studied in the last class. Today, we will talk about silk or sericulture. Silk is obtained from silkworm. The rearing of silkworm for obtaining silk is called sericulture. Life history of silk moth. The female silk moth lay egg which has into larva, the called caterpillars or silkworm. The larva feed on mulberry leaves, a kind of leaf. It is a plant that is name is mulberry leaf, and grow in the size. Then it secretes fibers made up of protein and weaves the fiber around itself completely and form pupa. This covering is called cocoon. The pupa then develop into a young silk moth. The silk yarn, that is thread, is obtained from cocoon of the silk moth. That mulberry leaves, that silkworm that feed on mulberry leaves are called mulberry silk, and it is one of the good quality of silk. And these cocoons are burned. Next step, the most common silk moth is mulberry silk moth. It is one of the most good quality of silk. You can see in the diagram that male and the female silk moth. This is male, this is female part. This is female silk moth. Life history of this adult silk moth. First it will lay egg. This is the leaf, mulberry leaves. These are the eggs, and it will change into caterpillar, and this caterpillar again change into pupa. This outermost covering is made up of protein. Life history. This adult moth, female adult moth that lay egg on this. This is mulberry leaves on which eggs are there. This is caterpillar that easily can be seen. This is cocoon, and cocoon developing into moth. So these are the steps of life history of silk moth. This is mulberry tree, and it is the fruit of mulberry tree. From cocoon to silk. How from cocoon to silk is prepared? Silk moths are reared on their cocoon, are collected to get silk yarn, that is thread silk yarn. Rearing of silkworm. The female silk moth lay egg. The egg are warm to a suitable temperature. The egg hatched into larva called caterpillar or silkworm. The silkworm are kept in bamboo trays and fed on mulberry leaves and grows in size. After 30 to 40 days, the silkworm stops eating and begins to spin cocoons. Inside the cocoon, the silkworm develops into moth. Processing of silk. The cocoon are collected and kept in sunlight or boiled or exposed to steam. The silk fiber separated out. The process of taking out the fiber from cocoon is called reeling. Reeling is done by machine. The silk fiber are then spun into thread and woven into silk cloth. Now you can see in this diagram that silk moth female part that lay egg, that is mulberry leaves, and this cocoon, and from cocoon a thread like structure is drawn. This is a silk factory, and now you can see finally that cloth is prepared. Now processing of silk. This cocoon are boiled and it is separated. Thread like structure in processing done, and here that thread is there. Now in the machine they are making yarn, and this is finally the result cloth. You can see this in this diagram also. Thank you.